What's up, traders? This is TRADERCHAMP. So let's have a look on the all share price index. So getting started with the index, and then we will move back to the planned analysis that is scheduled for the JKH or the John Gales Holdings, right? So at the moment, I believe that you have received my update that I have done for the CSC all share price index, right? So right at the moment, we have seen a bearish momentum inside the index or the market, right? So this is something what I have picked up here, as I have showed you guys over the price analysis that I have done for the CSC. And this is what I say right at the moment, right? So here these two highs that we have identified under the 4-hour time frame or the hourly time frame is specifically a double tops formation. Even though we are seeing a short peak that has been created below the previous one, right? Still this reacts as a double top formation. The reason why we have seen a huge selling pressure identified, and also this confirms that the market sellers are actively selling right at the moment, and we are losing the bullish sentiment in the short run, right? So this is not a situation to get panic, and this is just a normal market situation. So we are seeing a bearish momentum or a impulse right at the moment, right? So this indicates that the market sellers over the short run is active right at the moment against the buyers, right, or the buyers sentiment. So this confirms that we have a potential move to the downside. And also when we pick up these peaks or the highs that has created under a resistance level, right? So this is the resistance, so which indicates that we have this rejection formed under the hourly time frame, right? So right at the moment, this low has been reacting as the neckline, right? So if you are my premium club member, so I have explained clearly about the concept behind all the double tops formation. So you would know that we will be picking up the neckline or the support identified on a double tops formation, right? So this is something that we have discussed last week, right? So you have been identified this double tops formation and also this support, right? So these two key levels are the most important thing to determine under a double tops formation or the pattern, right? So I believe that you are more familiar with the analysis and also the concept behind the double tops formation, right? If you are not familiar, I recommend you guys to join in my premium club. So I will show you, and you can simply follow up my course modules and also the mentorship program under the stocks trading. So this is something we have discussed last week, right? So I have clearly explained about the concept behind the double tops formation, right? So all those aside, let's move into the analysis. Right at the moment, we are seeing or witnessed a breakout on this support, right? So this is the support that we are looking for a breakout. So as expected, the breakout has been confirmed, and with a minor pullback, we are seeing a continuation or expecting to see a continuation, right? So this is what I have predicted before the market opening, right? So as expected, the bearish momentum still remains valid and shows up a continuation. So we will see a continuation to the downside, and I am expecting to see a continuation to form up towards the trend line that I have picked up here, right? So before that, I have to say that the initial target that we are expecting on a double tops formation is going to be the low or the point where the double tops formation has started to begin or created, right? So this is the first low that we are seeing at the moment, right? So this is the first low. So this is going to be the initial target, right? So this is going to be our first target that we're expecting to see, so which is also basically somewhere close to this area, right? So somewhere close to 38% on the Fibonacci retracement as well, right? So the fib has been extended through this low to this high, right? The reason why we are on bullish trend, and this is the current trend that we have to consider, right? So we can't just ignore the whole trend that we are running at the moment by just considering the short-term bullish momentum, right? So that the case that I have picked up from this bottom low, and to this high. So this is the whole trend that I'm considering right at the moment. So with that high to low point, I have got these extended Fibonacci retracements, right? So these are the levels right at the moment that I'm looking for the retracement to be done on this CSC All Share Price Index, right? So this is the low that we are seeing for the moment, right? And also we have another low created. So these are swing lows or the higher lows that has created inside this bullish trend, right? So this is also another concept that we have discussed last week. So I believe this is more familiar with you guys as well. So for the moment, we are seeing that with this continuation is expected to see or retrace back to the following trend line. The reason why I picked up this trend line is I have connected these high lows, right? So these are the high lows that I have connected, right? So this is somewhere close to this area, right? So let's adjust a bit like this, right? So this low, right? So this low and also this high low I have picked up under a trend line. So that is where I'm expecting to see the retracement to be done, and which is basically somewhere close to 38% to 50% on the Fibonacci retracement as well, right? So this is what I expect to see on this CSC All Share Price Index. So I believe that the concept behind the scenario that I have shared with you guys is very clear. And also here we have witnessed a double tops formation and a breakout on the support or the neckline, and then we are seeing a continuation. So the continuation or the extension that we're expecting to see on this bearish momentum is somewhere close to this 38% or the 50% on the Fibonacci retracement, right? So let's move into the JKH analysis. So here under the JKH or the John Keells holdings, I have picked up the daily time frame, right? So we have seen a strong bullish momentum to the upside since the low that we have seen close to 79 or 80, right? So since that low has created, we have seen a strong bullish momentum to the upside. So if we look over the zoomed out view on the chart, it is very clear that we have a price action that is very similar to the inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? So this is what I see. So this inverse head and shoulder pattern has created this left shoulder and also this right shoulder, right? Right shoulder. And this is the head. So with that identified chart pattern or the analysis, we are identifying that we have a resistance or the neckline formed close to this area, right? So here we just cannot take up a straight line. I have picked up this as a zone to avoid a misconception behind the inverse head and shoulder, and also to avoid the complexity behind the analysis, right? So if I draw this very clearly for your better understanding, right? So here we have this impulse as the left shoulder, and here we have the head formed, and here these impulses created the right shoulder, right? So here we have a breakout and then a pullback and then a continuation, right? So this is what we see, right? So this left shoulder and also the right shoulder has already completed, since we are witnessing a breakout that has been created under the neckline, right? And also the under the daily time frame, right? So this breakout and pullback confirmed that we are running on a move to the upside. And also on our premium club, I have sent out the signals for the investment opportunities that I have witnessed over the breakout and pullback confirmation, right? So right at the moment we are running or floating on a profit, but as long as we are on the trade, we are just looking over the future possibilities that which the JKH can create in the near future, right? So since we have this setup or the inverse head and shoulder breakout confirmation, right? So we are expecting to see a continuation to the upside. The levels that I'm right now expecting to see under the inverse head and shoulder pattern and also for the JKH is somewhere close to this swing high that has formed earlier, right? The reason why this swing high is the level where the sellers are started to be active, and also where we have witnessed a major selling pressure that has begun inside the market, right? So, and also this is the low that which is responsible for this inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? So this bullish trend that is expected to create in the future is about to create a high that has been approached or that has been created earlier, right? So with this breakout, I'm expecting to see a continuation towards the following high, right? The reason why this is the major selling point that we have identified under the weekly and daily time frame, and also we have this evidence that this is the low, or sorry, this is the high that which the price of this inverse head and shoulder is responsible about this inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? So this is where the price started to create the inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? So at that point we are expecting to see a continuation to the upside, and also the reason why we are seeing a retracement or a minor selling pressure identified close to this area is here we have seen a minor selling pressure identified, right? So we have seen wicks and also bearish momentum and impulses formed inside this region. So that's the case. We are also experiencing a minor selling pressure, as we have experienced or witnessed that we have seen a major selling pressure identified close to this level, right? So as long as that retracement is being aside, we are expecting to see a continuation to the upside, right? So with that expectation, we are seeing a minor selling pressure, and which is possibly a retracement, right? With that minor selling pressure, I'm expecting to see a target close to 260, right, or 250, a decent target. And also we have the evidence and also the price action that confirms that we have a chance of capable of revisiting back towards the following highs, as long as the JKH is the high cap counter that is listed under the CSC right at the moment, right? So this will create a nice bullish pressure. As for that, we have to determine, as if you are a fresh investor for the JKH or the John KEELLS holdings, I recommend you guys to spot out any short-term buy setup that is going to create under the hourly and daily time frame, right? Without a proper confirmation, I just don't recommend you guys to invest on the JKH, since it also has a chance of revisiting back to the following key low in order to identify a support, right? So that's the case. I'm not recommending you guys to just take out the entries or investments right away, right at the moment, or under the current market price, right? So I recommend you guys to take up a short-term buy setup, right, which is probably like a bullish flag or a bullish pennant, something which is in favor for a bullish biased trend reversal. Or yeah, so this is what I see on the JKH, and hope the CSC analysis and also the JKH analysis will help you guys to have a better scope and a good idea about the market performance and also its future price actions that I'm personally expecting to see, right? So if you are not yet an investor under the JKH, I recommend you guys to wait for a potential nice and a valid buy setup to be identified under the lower time frames. So then you can take up your entries or investments to be done as expected with a target close to 260, right? So I'm not 100% guaranteeing that the market will revisit back towards this high, right? The reason why we have two possibilities that can take up in the market. So it is always good to react over the market price action and not to predict the market, right? So at the moment we are on a profit that we have taken up on the JKH investments, right? So for the moment we are safe, and also we are expecting to see a target close to 260, right? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So I believe that this analysis is useful, and make sure to thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, and see you next time. Bye bye.